This is an AI voice recorder from UMEVO. This was sent to me as part of a collaboration. It will do 140 languages and converts it to text. It actually does a pretty good job. I tested this out first. Now, I don't really do salesy videos, so I'm just going to walk you through what you get out of this product and tell you and show you exactly what you could expect. So here is the size of this thing. It is absolutely tiny, and if we were to compare it to a playing card, I have one right here so you can get a real contextual view of this. Sometimes you just telling people measurements doesn't really do anything, but that is the size of a playing card and the thickness of a playing card. This thing is probably like 10 playing cards thick, super thin and very light, but also a premium metal feel. So there's that. I really like that. And then in the box, we've got a charging cable, which is a proprietary charging cable, and a USB-C. So you've got a little dongle right here. This guy pops off, and that's what you can expect for a charging experience. You just want to make sure you never lose this. It just magnetically attaches to the back. It is directional, so like it won't go this direction. Got to make sure you're facing that way. So just something to be aware of. I prefer like USB-C or maybe a wireless. Well, that is kind of wireless, but you get the idea. Overall, you get two little buttons on this device. There is the one that starts and stops the recordings, and then this one changes the modes from like call mode, which is going to automatically detect if you get a phone call, and then non-call mode. So there's that. We'll run you through that more in just a little bit along with the instructions. So they give you a little case for this, you can see. It's just a MagSafe case that goes on the back of your phone. So this guy just slides in there, and it will slide all the way in. It's a little bit tight when you first get it, so just be aware of that. But actually, I don't know if that matters because I'm not sure you would be taking this out of the case very often anyway, since you can charge right through the case as well. So if you were to push this all the way down and then you just have this guy, anytime you want to charge him, you just pop him off and plug him in, that works. So that's a nice little thought that they had. And then as far as fitting on the back of your phone, that's what you can expect. This is the iPhone 16 Pro, and it's a fine fit. Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal or anything. I actually prefer to have a pop wallet on the back of my phone, and this thing fits. So I'll show you that really quickly, just for those of you that are maybe wondering about alternative options. If you didn't want to use just this case, I like to have all of my cards, credit cards, driver's license, everything, and this guy just slides right in with those. So it creates this little experience for me, which is not bad. All right, and then I can easily pop this whole thing out in like 2 seconds, and I've got the little recorder. So first test on this, very exceptional, and I'll show you that in this video as well. So quick little thing here, they do give you a mag ring if you are someone that needs that for your phone. So just a thoughtful little thing, but that's pretty typical. And then they have all of your instruction stuff, but I'm going to show you this right now, and then you'll know exactly what you can expect basically out of this thing. So you could scan it and whatever, but essentially you do need an app. So we're going to go ahead and pop open to the app really quickly. And it is the AI DVR app. All right, we'll go ahead and turn that off so it's not so bright. All right, I'm going to go ahead and press the power button, which is this guy right there. We'll just hold this down and you're going to see it turn on. There it is. Okay. Oh, wait, I just turned it off, so that's bye-bye. Well, we'll go ahead and do the turn on again. Okay, so turning this guy on, welcome. And it should go into searching immediately. Now I'm just going to have to press connect right here. And oh, it's automatically connecting. There we go. So it is officially connected. Now you can record straight into the app, or you can record straight into the device. That's just an interesting option there, but I really like this. So we're going to go ahead and start a recording really quickly. Okay, so I just press this little button, and that should, now I just pressed it again, and it just vibrated, and it's recording. So you can see right here on the device, let me see if it can show up on my phone really quickly. There we go. And we're 10 seconds in. And I'm going to place it in a couple of different locations just so you can hear the audio. So right now, this is about 1.5 feet from me, just sitting on the table away from me. And we'll see how it does in just a second with the transcription. So I'll go ahead and run you through a little bit of the this part just so you can get some experience here. Recording mode switch, device status display, power record button, charging port, microphone, magnetic case, magnetic ring, magnetic charging cable, and the OTG adapter. And that's just going to be the USB-C cable. All right, so here's a couple of things. You can search for the AI DVR Link app in the App Store, and that's what it looks like. That's what I got. Works just fine. And then you can create your app account. So that's that. Long press the record button for 3 seconds to turn it on, and you will get a welcome message. From there, you're going to open the AI DVR Link app and follow the on-screen instructions to bind the device. Upon successful binding, the device will display the Bluetooth icon shown above, and mine does show the little Bluetooth icon. All right. From there, we have these options. You have the note recording mode, so toggle right to enter note recording mode. In this mode, hold the recorder in your hand or replace it on a desk to start the recording. And I'm going to go ahead and lift this up to my mouth just so that you can hear. I am now about 5 inches from my mouth. All right. And let's see. So toggle left to enter call mode. So this is the call recording mode you can see right there. And in this mode, the recorder can capture the vibration of the phone, providing accurate records. So that's an interesting idea. I think I would always want to manually do this. For phone call recording, you must ensure that the voice recorder is in call recording mode and is securely attached to the back of the phone with the supplied MagSafe case. Good. Now, when you start the recording, you're going to short press the record button, and you can feel one vibration indicating that your recording has started. When you end the recording, you just short press it again, and you'll feel 2 vibrations indicating that the recording has ended. And interestingly enough, it's that simple. Like, there is nothing else to this, and the part that gets really interesting is when we can do that part there. So I am kind of moving this around, which will give you an idea. You would want it to be sitting stable, most likely. And then you can do the recordings, like I was saying, in the app as well, if you wanted to. All right. And that's pretty much it. Now you can record the file sync before playback. You can synchronize the file with the app. And you can also connect this to your computer if you wanted to for longer recordings or just more manipulation. And then the advanced settings, transcription, and summary generation. After the audio files are successfully synced to the app, tap on a file to start the transcription. Once the transcription is complete, a summary and mind map will be generated automatically. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. Manage files, recordings, transcripts, summaries, and mind maps. This is where you can work with all your stuff. And then they've got some breakdowns for different files. WAV, TXT, Markdown, Doc, PDF, Text, SRT, Doc, PDF, JPEG, and Markdown. All right. And then you can unbind the device if you want to. Tap the connection icon on the main screen to manage device settings. Ends the Bluetooth connection between the device and the app. Unbind removes the device from the app and clears the binding relationship. In this case, you can connect the device to another cell phone. And then there's some breakdown. All right, about 40 hours of recording time is what you can expect out of this. And that's the whole thing. So now the question is, how did this go? Let's go ahead and stop our recording. Okay, so you press it one time to light it back up, and then you press it again to verify, all right? And it just beeped twice on me. So now we have this little recording saved. You can title it and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and tap on it, okay? And then we can go to summary, we can go to transcription, and let's go ahead and do summary really quickly. So you can choose what you want. You can say that it's a topic or to-do item list. So meeting is just going to be that. English is what I'm going to choose. And then I'm not going to do speaker ID. I'm assuming that means that it recognizes when different people are talking. And then we have AI mode as ChatGPT. All right. And then there's a view all. Whoa, holy smokes. So there are some other options here that I have not looked into. Speech, interview, key points, abstract, summary, dictate. Wow, that's fun. Okay, so there's a lot more that we can do with this, and I do need to explore that. But let's go ahead and do just a standard meeting note, and we'll see how long this takes live for you guys. So overall, I think this is a really interesting device, especially if you're someone that is regularly on the phone and you do need to call your phone, or you do need to track your calls. If you're working in legal stuff, and you need that transcription and everything that's done for you. Here's a little plastic piece. We'll go ahead and peel that off. I'm excited for this just for little voice notes and everything. I like to come up with ideas and brainstorm. And the thinking is this could summarize the brainstorming process pretty quickly here. And you don't have to always keep up with your ideas. They could just be stored here. I don't know how this compares to something like Siri and Notes, which is what I have used in the past. I will say that I've never been super impressed with Siri, and this thing does seem to do a pretty good job. So this was a 3-minute and 29-second recording. I think it's taken us about 60 seconds so far as the processing goes to get this thing to where it is. I'm assuming that distance isn't a huge deal, but it is doing more than just transcribing. It's summarizing, so it's trying to highlight key points that might be something you want to focus on in the future. And it's also creating a mind map. Now, I don't really know how to push the mind map to its limit yet. It just seems to basically just structure everything in a more laid out order as opposed to transcription, which you'll see in just a second when I show you that. So I'm not exactly sure how long this took because I just let it go. It was taking a while, and I'll put the number down at the bottom so you can see how long it took. But this is the summary that we get. So it gives you the time, the date. You could put the location if you wanted to. You could enter participants if you wanted to. And then you've got the meeting minutes. So It's just a demonstration of a small portable audio recorder and a live audio test, device hardware features, record button, charging port, and it literally summarizes exactly what I was just saying in a nice little organized thing. If you want the transcript, then that's everything that was said over that 3 minutes, okay? And then lastly, we've got the mind map, so you can see how this mind map plays out. 2 recording modes, it breaks down the different recording modes. Okay, so the mind map does split off if you go into like layers of things, which I hadn't really seen it do, and that's something that you would need to explore for yourself in different things. And I'll definitely test more of this as well. But it's interesting. I'm excited to push this a little further and kind of see like how many layers you can take things to. And then obviously test how long it takes to actually transcribe stuff in the future. That took a little while, it felt like, but I put the time down at the bottom so you can know. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Maybe they're going to sink or swim. Let's rise with the tide, and I'll see you on the flip side.